Hey everyone, Charlie here, and today I'm going to talk to you on this episode of Talking Time with Charlie about an interesting kind of topic, and that is why the piano is different and so unique among every other instrument. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of violinists out there like, oh no, the piano is not the best instrument in the world, and I'm arguing that it probably is. But I'm biased, so everyone can have their own opinion. All right, but before we start, you know what to do. Like, favorite, subscribe, comment down below, all for the algorithm, because the algorithm likes it when you like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below. All right, so this is a quick talking time episode, but the topic is why the piano is so unique compared to like all the other instruments. Like, right, why is it so different? And it really is a different kind of an instrument. It's, everyone knows what a piano is. It's got 88 keys, and you got a whole bunch of strings and little hammers that hit the strings and stuff. But I think one of the most interesting things and one of the best things about the piano is how it is basically like being able to play an orchestra, but on your own. There's very few, if any, other instruments where you can really emulate an entire orchestra, or you can emulate an entire band or anything all by yourself. So let me expand on that a little bit. So if you're playing the violin, and not to diss on violins or anything, I love violins, they're awesome. But you're going to be playing what? One note at a time, maybe two, right? Like if you hear pieces for solo violins, oftentimes, they're kind of rolling chords, playing one note at a time, because, that's how you can create a harmony. But you're not really playing generally more than one note at a time. And if you are, it's oftentimes just, like a thirds going up or something like that. It's essentially a melodic instrument. You're playing the melody, and that's mostly what violins generally do. And the same goes for most stringed instruments, in the sense that they can only play usually one note at a time, right? Viola, bass, cello, they're generally playing one note at a time. Now, again, yeah, they can play more than one note at a time, but it's pretty rare, and most of the time they're playing one at a time. And the same goes for brass instruments, and pretty much every instrument is playing generally one note at a time, which can be beautiful. And there's a lot of instruments that I really love. Violin is one of my favorite instruments. Cello is one of my favorite instruments. There's some horns that are just incredible. But what the piano is able to do is you can emulate all of that all by yourself. So you can be playing a piece where you can have the bass section and the harmony and the melody and then inner melodies within it. And you can do that all by yourself. And there's no other instrument that you can really do that with. Maybe an organ, maybe. But even that, it's really different, right? So that's one of the most incredible things about the piano, is it can basically emulate hundreds of different instruments all by itself. Now, there's bad things about the piano too, right? Like, you can not really carry it around with you. That sucks. So every time you go somewhere, you have to play a new piano, and they all feel different, and some are good and some are bad. But piano isn't limited to, it's not only the piano that can't be moved around. Like, harps can be moved around, but they're just about as big as a piano, but you have to move them around. So that's really tough. Big, double basses and stuff. Yeah, it can be kind of a hassle to move around too. Piano, fortunately, you don't have to actually move it. That's kind of a pro and a con, right? But the incredible thing about the piano, and probably one of my favorite things about it, is that it can do so much by itself. You can be a violin. You can be an entire orchestra. You can be a jazz band, a trio. You can be almost anything all by yourself. And it's incredible to play concertos and stuff where you're playing with an orchestra. That's awesome too. But pianos can be so independent, right? They can be all alone and still sound incredible. Other instruments can too, but it really is in a different way, because you can basically emulate everything all alone. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's so unique and so awesome. So anyway, that was just a quick little spiel on that. I hope you guys are all doing well. Take care. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know of any other questions that you have for another episode of Talking Time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.